much for this.
Thank you, Lorraine. Did you enjoy it yesterday? You got some.
Oh, loved it. Loved it, Monty. It was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely. Yes.
Well, I
Thank
love it
you.
when you get the opportunity, you just put your hand up, which is
Oh,
awesome.
I'm there. I'm there. Thank you.
Yes, yes,
I just
that's the
saw
way
my
to do
friend
it.
Ken Weiner come in as well, wherever you are, Ken. I know you just popped in somewhere. Oh, there you are. Darling
Awesome.
Ken, mwah, the man I love. But of course, I don't see everybody here, you see, so this is it. It's a bit limited on who I actually see when this is going on. So all my friends, just know I'm sending you my love. Diana, I see you. Natasha, Kelly, let me see who else. But if I'm missing anyone, Amy, Candice, if I'm missing anyone, it's simply because my screen isn't showing me everybody. So don't take it personally. It's Zoom. Yeah, let's see. So, and also I really want to shout out to the team as well before I start anything, to just shout out to the incredible team. So I want to just acknowledge Renee, who is on here. Take a bow, take a curtsy wherever you are. I know you're in here. And Renee is the American side assistant, and she's beyond an assistant. We've been to Tulum together. She's amazing. She's really young, and she's really good at what she does. And she helps so much with, you know, the back end of things and sorting everything out. Lauren, who is not on, but she is somebody who actually went and checked out the event place in LA with James Seam, which we aren't in because we're not in LA because we're banned from travel right now. But there's been a tremendous connection from everybody helping. You know, thank you, James Seam. I don't know if you're on yet. You're probably not. But it's like just an acknowledgement of all the teams. So Lauren and Renee, those guys have helped so much on the American side. Literally, we're connecting up for this event, and then it just has had to be online, which I actually am enjoying very much. I thought yesterday was amazing. I don't know if you guys thought that. And then I'd like to acknowledge the English team, which are the visionaries, Ashwarya and the ever so Kareem. His identity is always to be hidden. So I know he's there and he can probably hear the voice, but that's kind of who he is, always behind the camera and always hidden. Monty, who is helping with this, and then all the incredible speakers as well, you know. And I hope you guys are really getting something out of this, because we have stepped through, in a way, a portal overnight, which was a healing portal, this incredible literal conjunction where we were working with Jupiter and Pluto energies. Jupiter is expansion, Pluto is deep diving into places and creating a doorway for the new Earth. And that's bandied around a lot right now, the new Earth. But to give you a sense of it, we are paused right now. The whole of Mother Earth is paused for us to be able to reset and find what we really want to be up to. That when we step out of this, we're moving towards some very different values, very authentic world that we're going towards. A lot of the old masks are going to drop off. And you will feel that when, you know, right now you're in a place where it might be a little uncomfortable, just having to be at home and a different way of being. But when we get, what is going on? Did you see that? Did you see that, Monty?
I thought you were sharing your screen.
No, I'm not sharing my screen at all.
Whose screen is this?
Whose screen is that? Now I can't see anyone. Oh, yay. Sorry, get a little paranoid there because my computer was being so weird this morning as well. I've got something strange going on. That was somebody else's screen, I think.
Yeah, I thought we were about to get porn bombed.
Oh, well, wouldn't that be fun on a Sunday? Porn bombed. Oh, it's doing it again. Somebody's got an iPhone that is, if somebody could track that down, because somebody came on as me earlier, and it's not me, I'm me. Here we are again. This is not my phone, and it's weird. Can you see any other me reference to myself? Check your astrology chart. Hang on a minute. I don't know who's coming in on my as me, but if you do anything with your phone, it's interrupting this. So please keep an eye on that. Somebody else is logged in as me, which is weird.
Sally,
Yes.
there was somebody saying, up in the top left-hand corner, it said Safari, Safari. Is that of help to anybody to identify them?
Well, no, Safari is just a browser. So I don't know, but let's hope none of that happens anymore.
Hey, Sally.
Yes.
I think I fixed the problem. I think I identified who was sharing their screen. It wasn't your account, but I think I put them in a waiting room, so that shouldn't happen again.
Oh, thanks so much, Renee.
Yep.
You darling. That's what I mean. Renee gets my back. So when we enter this new Earth space, and I do feel that the reason that we're having this conversation right now over this period of time, and we're ending on Pacific 11/11 with another group meditation, to be able to really address this new Earth. Like, where are you going? What do you really want to bring through for you and your life and your family and your new way of being? And this conversation has spanned this whole portal time. So I feel it's very relevant. So Monty, do you want to say something? And then I'm going to repeat the ad, but you might want to.
Yes. Good morning, everybody. I'm Monty, and I'm kind of co-hosting this event with Sally and introing people, and I'll be in the chat while she's teaching and things like that. The one thing I wanted to open up the space with today was making sure that everybody is open to like bigger possibilities and completely new paradigms today. Yesterday, when we got into some of the teachings, you know, some people were very much like, there was people that were like not knowing how to move forward, feeling like stuck in all of the old ideas that have been happening, you know, for, you know, millennia, that we've been building up to where we are on this pause, and a lot of things are going to be changing, and there's going to be new opportunities for everybody, for the way everything is done. You know, I mean, like everything is kind of shutting down and resetting right now. So, you know, for instance, there was one woman yesterday that's a healer with her hands, and she's super passionate. And I don't remember her name, but she's just gorgeous.
Claudia.
But what was her name? Claudia, yeah, we're opening her up to new possibilities, because I can really, we can all, I mean, I know Sally and I were talking about her afterwards. She's just so powerful. See her teaching online and then maybe doing both that and in person later. You know, Sally was talking about her ex-husband yesterday that she helped get online, and he was really resistant, and then had made like $1,000 within a week and was really excited about like what was happening. So just want you to be really, really open today to things, to new things like that. If you're new to Sally's community, I want to introduce you. I introduced her yesterday, but for some people that aren't familiar, I know there's people coming from different communities. Sally is a spiritual business teacher. So she teaches in a different way. She goes back to, like, when I first met Sally, I told a story yesterday, but she was teaching a section in a retreat that I was helping facilitate, and really going back to religions, like spirituality and religion, like people's connection on the earth to God and the planet, long before religions came in, long before we started mechanizing everything and flying all over the place and messing with everything, you know. So it's basically going back to the roots of indigenous cultures and cycles. So you're going to hear things like that today. I invite you as well, if that's new to you, to be completely open, you know, to just hear what works for you and open up to it. And so Sally is really rooted in structures as well. So she's created, you know, she's taken, well, you'll see in her ad, but she's taking a real estate company to 7 million. She's created a base like that. But working with clients, what she loves to do is create, it's all about balance, harmony with cycles, and creating a business that's sustainable, profitable, and abundant, but gives you the opportunity to be also with your family, to be, following hobbies and passions, and then bringing passion into the work as well. So like the thing that's really, really connected me to Sally is just like her ease and like always being herself. The first time I met her, she was talking about, she's just claiming the word witch, because the word witch goes back ancient times, and it means something completely different than, what society has put upon it. And so it's like taking that bold step to reclaim that, to me, was really powerful. And I love how she brings that out in people. So I want to turn it back over to Sally. Let's turn on the video, and then you can talk about it a bit more.
Yes, I will share my screen. I do want to add something, because Monty and I obviously have different language, which is so interesting at this time. Well, so do many people have different languages, right? The team of the Visionaries, for instance, one person is Muslim, one person is Hindu, I'm a white witch, high priestess, Monty is claiming Christ consciousness, and I talk about the goddess, and all of us are completely connected. And so my languaging of it is different. I was not brought up a Christian. My mum is an atheist, and hit back very hard on spiritual language, and then produced the most spiritual daughter. And so she has to deal with it. But where I go with it, sometimes, there's that screen again, I go sometimes to even more ancient language with it, because I'm more comfortable with that. And so I talk about Great Spirit, which is actually indigenous language. I talk about goddess sometimes, because I don't want to translate God into goddess all the time and always have the feminine removed. So I'm just giving you a little bit of a background, although that's not what we're quite doing today. But when he calls me a witch, I do want to be clear on that bit. I reclaim that word, because wise healers, and where the etymological root of that word comes from, is from wise elders, wisdom. And then it's been bastardized, denigrated, trashed to pieces over history by control religions who were uncomfortable with women healers and, women's birthright and all the stuff to do with women as powerful creators. And what you've got left is a denigration of a very powerful word. And so I take it wholeheartedly back. And just the other day, and this is probably quite controversial, but then I am, I was saying to Monty that I'd had, at one of the ceremonies that I was at, I had actually asked who my guides are. So sometimes I do channeling, and I was like, woo, really connecting in. And I had, boom, I was sitting with Yeshua. So that is not Jesus as we know it. That is Yeshua, the rabbi, at that time. Not a faint, limp, white Jesus who wafts around and then is crucified. A fiery Middle Eastern man, full of passion, full of love, rebel, radical, and in your face. And I had this whole interaction with him, and I was like, wow, I'm a bit surprised you're here. And he was like, but of course. And I said, but I am a witch. And he said, but of course. And so am I. So Jesus is a witch. There you go. Jesus is a wise elder. And now I'm going to play my video, because the other thing that we're doing throughout this, it's all about storytelling. And so each part of it, we're showing visionary ads so that you can see how we work with storytelling. And yesterday I didn't get to record this, so I'm going to show it to you again as an intro. And just pop in here. You'll see a few of them today. And it just enables us to, oh, hang on. I want to go back. Oh no, help, help. Let me just go back to, I'm going to stop the share for a sec. Go back in, hit the right things because of the computer sound, and then go back in. So here it is.
Let me ask you, if it was the last day of your life
and you were hanging up your bag of bones, and you'd had a great life, and you look back on it. Question is there something that you would have regretted not doing? My name is Sally Griffin, aka Millionaire Yogi. And many years ago, when I was traveling through India, two things happened. I started to receive a download of information. The first part of the download was, happiness is a choice. And then the second part of the download came down, and it was this simple: and you'll never be happy working 9 to 5. I'm a spiritual business coach and a performance coach. I've launched a lot of different kinds of businesses. I've written 3 books. I've run a yoga festival. I've run over 60 international retreats. And I've taken a real estate company from 0 to 7 million in London. Now I've come to the part of my life which is the most exciting. And that's because I'm teaching you how to launch your business. I teach barefoot in business. And that means that you can take a business around in your pocket, from your phone, from your laptop. You can be a digital nomad and have a natural flow of all the cycles in life without being in an office. You can live the life that you want. So the people that I really want to work with are people who I would describe as having a calling. And what is a calling? A calling is something that calls you forward, gets you out of bed in the morning because you simply can't leave it alone. Happiness is the objective, and having time with loved ones, to yourself, to travel, while making money is part of the calling. If this speaks to you and something is calling you forward, and even if you don't know the first step, then why don't we have a conversation and call me? So I wanted you to be introduced to the concept of visionary ads today. How we work with people is a little bit of the work I was doing yesterday, getting you into a deep place. Somebody's got some massive music going on. Is that not muting? Please mute right now. Who is it? With some cosmic music.
Alex, could it be your YouTube? Is that continuing?
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's me. Anyway, so we did some work yesterday where we were working with you very deeply to start to get the roots of who you are. Not your job, not your clothes, your car, you know, what you do during 9 to 5, but actually, who are you at soul level? And when we start to put these pieces together into a visionary ad, it really is the story of your vision, rather than the story of, say, your mission statement or your business or whatever. And the reason for this is because right now we are saturated on the planet with Sell To. You've noticed it all over YouTube, I'm sure. It's been like, it's done my head in, let's put it that way. That they've started interrupting every video that you're watching with ads. And then have you also noticed that I never go back to the rest of the ad, of the video, right? It's so annoying that there's this just sell to culture all the time. Now that presents a great dilemma for people who are actually working in whatever you're doing, like you're a coach or you've got a business or you've got a product and you need to sell to, right? But this obnoxious kind of in your face selling mechanism has inundated so much of the culture that we are now in reactive space and we're like, no, I'm not interested. So visionary ads have been created as a piece of marketing to help you create the connection. Because as I was saying yesterday, if you think there are thousands, if not sometimes hundreds of thousands people working in your particular super niche or genre, and let's give you the example of a fitness coach. There are hundreds of thousands of fitness coaches. So how are you going to relate? How is your audience going to relate to you? And we take it all the way back to a deep level of storytelling. And we also connect in with your vision. Now that's like, you saw how it works as my intro, but that's also how I reach out to all the clients that I want to work with. It's, if I'm doing public speaking, that goes up. It's just the way that you then connect to me. And I don't have to go into the endless aspects of who I am. You already get it. You know, and then Monty adds in things like I'm a witch, and I have to sort of address that little piece. But you kind of get it, right? And so we're showing examples throughout the day of people who have worked with us to create these kind of ads. And we're showing you, like yesterday, we did messaging with Mark and Jenny, because that's a layer up from some of the deepest work that I would do with you. And then we get the message and we start to move you through a process to give you a way of impacting the connection piece. So that's why you're seeing those. And I'll keep referring back to it. Now what I'd like to do is gather us together and do a little meditation grounding to get us all here. And so if you could just shut your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale through your mouth. And another one of those. Deep breath in and exhale through your mouth. Inhale and exhale. And again, as yesterday, start to breathe now with every cell in your body. So you're no longer just breathing into your lungs, but you're imagining that the breath is coming into every part of your body, every cell, with fresh, vibrant spring light. And as you're breathing out anything that's worrying or concerning you during the coronavirus. And as you're breathing in, you're sending energy to the back of your heart, this place that shuts down when we're scared or upset. Breathe life into it. Bring fresh, vibrant energy into it. And as you breathe out any resentment, any disappointment, any doubt. And continue to do this. So you're reaching into parts of your body on the physical that you're starting to breathe fresh energy and changing your frequency. Try to imagine that you're breathing into back of the solar plexus. So the back of the solar plexus is where your power center is. We focus mostly on the front body in life. Everything we see is through our eyes. We're looking forward. But focusing on the back of the solar plexus is where we can be quite shut down. We're feeling powerless. So breathe energy into that space. Actually feel the expansion of the light into the back of that area. And as you're breathing out, breathe out any jealousy, any anger, any fear, all these old stale emotions. Breathing in fresh energy, bright light into the back of the solar plexus. Feeling empowered, feeling stable and strong. And as you exhale anything that's left, any tiredness, find yourself in a beautiful place in nature. And this will be a place that you completely connect with. So it might be a forest, a glade in a forest. It might be by the side of a river, a beautiful place in the desert, up a mountain, by the ocean. And it doesn't matter where it is, but connect in so deeply with this is your nature spot. And as you're breathing in with every cell of your body, you start to breathe in every cell of the nature energy into you. Start to notice that there's a frequency shift as you're grounding. You're feeling very safe, and at the same time, you're feeling completely liberated. As you listen in this nature spot, Notice the sounds that you might be hearing in the distance. And feel the breeze or the fresh air on your skin. Feel that awareness. It's the perfect temperature. And you're perfectly safe. As you look down at the earth, notice the quality of the earth that you are standing or sitting on. Notice the texture. And also notice that you are naked. You're naked in this beautiful nature spot, completely safe, completely free. And you are so grounded. As you sit there, you notice that you start to feel this energy in your solar plexus as it expands, and you feel your power center kicking in. And if you remember those words from yesterday, you had 3 words that we found. And if you weren't there for that particular journey that we did, I want you to find 3 empowering words. And in your mind's eye, you say, I am. Say the first word in your mind. Then the second one, I am. Second word. And then third word, I am. And feel the statement of I am resonating through your solar plexus. There's a shimmer that goes through your body. And as you do so, you feel the energy moving downward, spiraling down in a clockwise direction. A swirling energy that starts to go all the way down through your solar plexus, then into your belly. It moves into the sacral chakra, which is all your creativity, your sexuality, your expression, and your sensuality. And you pick up that energy and you feel how it's so unique to you. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, it moves down even further. It goes into the root chakra. And this is the area of safety. This is where the statement, I am safe, resides. I am safe. And you feel how literally that statement, I am safe, just the way a mother would say to a beloved child, or a father to a beloved child, you are safe. You are safe. The same way you might say to your animals with that incredible loving energy, you are safe. And as you pick up the energy of safety and balance, it continues to spiral all the way down, moving down rapidly through your legs, moving all the way down through your knees and calves and into your feet and to the pads of your feet. You feel your feet rooted on the ground. And as you take a deep breath in and exhale, roots sprout from the base of your feet. And you feel them starting to now trickle and move and writhe and wriggle all the way down into the earth. They are unstoppable. They move with speed, and they move through any substance, through soil and rock and granite, through spaces. And as you continue to breathe with every breath, they just gradually go deeper and deeper into the darkest part of the earth until their tips emerge in the center of the earth. And where the center of the earth is, new, fresh earth energy is being generated every second. Every second, there is brand new earth being connected And as you dwell in this area, feel those roots wiggling in fresh earth. And as they move deeper into the center of the earth, feel that brand new fresh earth energy starting to tingle around the tip of your roots. And with the next breath in, you breathe it up through your roots. You don't need to control this process. Once you've had the thought that it's moving up and you invite it up, that brand new fresh earth energy, the new earth energy is starting to move rapidly up, all the way up through the roots, arriving at the base of your feet, all the way up through your calves, knees, thighs, moving now into the root chakra. And as you allow it to enter your system, it's changing your frequency with new earth energy. These possibilities and these new ways of being and new earth is literally inhabiting you. And you allow it in, invite it in, receive it in. You can even say in your mind's eye, I receive this new earth energy. And it rushes all the way, flooding your root chakra and merging with the I am safe vibration. New earth is safe. And as it moves continuously upward, it moves into your sacral chakra, giving you new vital energy into your creativity, into your sexuality, into your vibrant spring energy that is unstoppable. Breathe it into this area and literally feel it in your sexual organs. Literally allow yourself to just experience. This is the seat of creativity. New earth has entered and you are safe. And then feel it rising up even further with every breath into your solar plexus, the seat of your power. And feel, I am empowered. As it continues to move up, it merges into your heart chakra. And you feel this spaciousness reaching out in all directions to infinity. Imagine the heart of the world merging with all our hearts. And feel the creativity and possibility when it's also aligned with love. I am loved. And I am loving. Breathing into your heart. And as you keep your eyes shut, I'm just going to sing a very ancient song, which is a very shamanic song. And it translates to, love is like the dew, as if it enfolds on everything. Love is everywhere. Love heals all. So just allow yourself to breathe into your heart while I sing 3 rounds of this ancient shamanic song. Hekeha, hekeha, homa he mahe, homa he mahe, ke aloha, ke aloha, hekeha, Hekeha, Homahe Mahe, Homahe Mahe, Ke aloha, Ke aloha, Hekeha, Hekeha, Homahe Mahe, Homahe Mahe, Ke aloha, Ke aloha. And feel the frequency of this ancient healing song filling all your cells, knowing that you are completely safe and that love will heal all. So now we're going to come back into the space, rubbing your hands together, rub, 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 and placing your hands over your closed eyes. Breathe in and exhale. And again, rub, 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 rub. Keep your eyes shut. Place your palms over your closed eyes. Breathe in and exhale. And one more of those. Rub, 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 rub. Generate heat. Place your hands over your closed eyes. Breathe in and exhale. And then you can come back into the space, rubbing your hair, your temples, face, front of the throat, back of the neck. And just coming back and feeling really landed with all that's going on right now. So later on in the day, when we get to 11:11, which is the very kind of ending point, I'm going to ask that you sing that with me. And we're sending, you'll be singing in your own room, but you can sing that out into the universe. And yeah, some people have heard me sing this before. So Natasha was saying she was transported to Tulum. Absolutely. And it is such an amazing ancient chant. So now we're going to pass on over to Diana Luna Sampson, my sister. So Monty, do you want to say anything, or should we start with her visionary ad?
I say we just bring in the ad. Diana's a gorgeous yogi and a mother, and yeah, I've been getting to know her, and I watch her ad, and her ad says everything about her. So I just want to let that happen, and then let her happen.
Great. So I will now do this, hopefully with a bit more technical acumen. Let's see. Oh, no, of course not. Okay, let me get out of here again. I need to pull up a link first. Get it on my screen. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm going to screen share. So Diana's has just come out of the edit. So she basically has only had like a day to get used to herself on this. I think she's amazing.
In 2003, after the breakdown of my marriage and 2 small boys to care for, I had a physical and mental breakdown. I had panic attacks, my body reacted so badly I needed the help of a walking aid, and I was completely broke. I felt disconnected, scared, and in great pain. And I knew with every fiber of my being that something had to change, or there would be serious consequences. This heartbreak led me to my first yoga class, and this breakdown was a major game changer. My name is Diana Sampson, and in 2007, I founded Luna Rhythms Yoga, a unique system that embodies the cycles of the moon and the seasons to create a powerful experience, ensuring that we feel connected, empowered, prosperous, and deeply in love with all that life brings. During my yoga studies of the ancient texts of India, I began to wonder what was happening in my own lands 5,000 years before. This inquiry led me to a Norse coven, and for 13 years we honored the moon and the changing seasons with ceremonies and practices that celebrate nature. Lunar Rhythms Yoga brings these earth-based practices alive. I have taught globally to thousands of people and have helped transform the lives of those who, like myself, have felt disconnected, unworthy, and in pain. I have shared classes, workshops, and run retreats in the UK, Ibiza, Spain, and Portugal. I run online classes and Lunar Rhythms Yoga training courses for those that wish to get to the heart of this transformative practice. I also run the Lunar Rhythms Mentorship Program, which helps wellness advocates take their vision and business to the next level of abundance. What has Lunar Rhythms Yoga done for me personally? Lunar Rhythms Yoga has brought me home, back to my natural state. I feel vital, youthful, graceful, and feminine, yet have found strength and empowerment in knowing my boundaries. I have created a thriving entrepreneurial way to create abundance in my relationships, finances, and within my community. And I've found a way to be my own boss, to be around for my boys as they grew up, and to be a role model for those that wish to live the life of their dreams as I passionately create amazing opportunities for Lunar Rhythms Yoga and my life. For those of you who are already on the path of yoga, this is a guidance system to take you to the next level. And if you are already a yoga teacher, this system will bring newfound depth to your teaching. Would you like help in getting your vision out into the world? I invite you all to connect with me to see how Lunar Rhythms Yoga can serve you.
So Diana, Monty, would you like to do a little bit more with Diana?
Absolutely. Diana, I would love to. I mean, I just watched it yesterday. We've been connecting this week. And that's why I was like, I can't even intro you like that advertisement. I mean, that getting to know you, that ad, it was so beautiful. Could you tell us a little bit more about making the ad and how you came up with your symbols and the flow of it?
Well, that's quite a long story. It's a process. It's been a process that's taken years to get to this point. And I can't really, if I can put it in a nutshell, I guess Sally and Aishwarya had definitely helped me get those nuts and bolts together. It's just, you know, and I've been working with Sally for a few years now. So I've been working on those symbols, etc., etc. So it's been pretty effortless. It was a really fantastic experience, like fantastic. I really would recommend everybody. It's fun, it's exciting. You know, you're getting the essence of who you are out to the world, and it's powerful, you know, and it does make me cry. You were talking about that yesterday, but it brings tears to my own eyes. So I want to thank Aishwarya Kareem for his beautiful work that he does, and for Sally, my beautiful mentor, friend, sister, someone that I resonate with so much, you know, for drawing my greatest self out bravely and courageously for the world, you know.
Yeah, it was so beautiful. Tell us a little bit more about like Lunar Rhythms and how your style of yoga is different.
Sure. Okay, at the heart of Lunar Rhythms, as you can see from my video, is this connection to nature in a pure way. You know, I was studying the ancient texts of India, and I was wondering what was happening in my own land. It drew me to a Norse coven, and there we celebrated the cycles of the moon and the seasons. And as I went through that journey, you know, and I've done a lot of chanting to Indian deities and Norse deities, I wanted to strip back from that, as we were talking earlier about this, going back to a more pure space, more indigenous, where we're just celebrating nature. So honoring the moon, honoring the sun, honoring the rivers, the water elements, the fire, the earth, the air, the birds, the bees, in a much more purer way. So we're less heady, less man-made. You know, we've man-made things complicated. Strip it back, go back to simplicity. And so I wanted to bring that essence into my yogic expression. And so I use the cycles of the moon for teaching my classes, but also for my business. So for example, new moon, we're planting seeds, we're setting intentions for the work ahead. And we're doing that in a yoga class as well, and I'm doing it on my business. I'm watering those seeds and the moon starts to wax, and then I'm going to really start taking action-based work, getting that work done. And then at a full moon, where thousands of people have celebrated under for thousands of years, you know, it's a celebration time for me. So it's like, what have I done? I'm going to celebrate my successes, because when I celebrate myself and my successes, I become more successful. So it's like, right, I'm going to celebrate full moon is a 5-day window of celebration. And then into the waning moon, I finish off jobs, we finish off things that are flying around in the ether. And then it's time to surrender. And surrender is the greatest gift that yoga and working in these ways brings. Like, surrender is what we all need. And so the surrender time is about cleansing out, not creating something, not pushing into any more action work. And so finding space to be. Like we are now, we have to be more in some ways in this space that we're all in, finding our sanctuary. The dark moon one, this is the last phase of the moon I use, is for complete death of the cycle. We go into the cave. We empty, we find stillness. So that as the new moon comes in again, there is this space of being reborn. We're going to start again, fresh ideas, fresh creativity. So working with nature brings balance. It brings balance to the way we operate. It brings a structure. The moon is giving me a structure each month. The seasons are giving me a structure. What's a good time to create? What's a good time to lay low? You know, so we're using nature as a way to really ignite the soul. That's what we're doing. You see, finding the messaging, our messaging for our businesses, the things that we want to get out come much more effortlessly when we're natural. Mm-hmm. So coming back to nature is the way to do it. You know, we've got to come back to nature, and then everything becomes much more effortless. The next right action appears when it's meant to.
Beautiful. Well, I think the advert just really brought that out. It was so beautiful. I was so excited for you when I saw it yesterday. I'm curious also to know, I know that you do a lot of retreats and that you do teach online. I'm not sure how much of your business was actually in person, and like, how have you shifted and transitioned recently?
Okay, so when I first began yoga, obviously for the first maybe 10 years of that, I was just delivering classes. And then I met Sally, and I started having coaching about 3 years ago, and I started going online as well. So I started about a year or so ago, I started running a yoga subscription where people join monthly for 5 phases of the moon classes online. And that's fantastic. I also run trainings, the Lunar Rhythms Yoga Foundation course, which is celebrating the Sabbats with yoga and the cycles of the moon. The Sabbats are the things like Beltane, summer solstice, Lammas, autumn equinox, Yule. So we use different yogic techniques for the different phases and seasons. So we're really starting to work in harmony with nature. And then we are building that into how we structure our business model as well. So I've just started, began a new program, a 12-week program, where we are working with the moon and the seasons with yogic techniques and structures on how to get your greatest vision out into the world, using nature as the foundation of that and your true nature.
So since you've started working with Sally, you've moved everything online then? Other than your retreats?
Yeah, no, I do retreats as well. Well, you see what happens. Who knows what's going to happen, but I've got one in September in Spain. I've been doing them in Ibiza, Portugal. So I've been doing those for about 10 years. And love it. I love teaching personally as well. I love being one-to-one with people. I love sharing space with people. I love being online. I love all of it. I think all the mediums are just wonderful. I can't say I like anyone better than not. And I'm so grateful for this right now, so that we can share together and continue our work and be of service, really, for those that need uplifting at this time.
Can I just say something as well? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. That Diana originally was doing everything, you know, in live, you know, literally in the flesh and that. And she's moved with the tides of this. And her final thing recently that we were talking about, literally last week, is how to shift to a subscription system. I think you should drop in your information here. Just because everybody who wants to maybe see some of the way that Diana works, she's very different than most yoga. I mean, she's been launching something that is an incredible super niche, because what you'll notice is, even if you're used to doing yoga practice, often it's the same every time, or it's the same approach every time. What Diana does is changes it according to the lunar cycle. So she's got in terms of business, she is rocking out one of the most unique super niches that I've seen. It's like ancient, because it's got so much knowledge that's grounded in history and, you know, the essence of yogic teachings. But then she's added this lunar piece in, which was originally in the in yoga, but it's not taught. And so she's brought something very original to it. And if you can put it's Lunar Rhythms Yoga, and Luna is Luna. Could you type it in, Diana? Because I think...
I'll put my website there.
Yeah. And then you can find out about how she operates, and then how she's just done her ad so that she can then express that in a very different way to different yoga centers. So she's using it as a marketing tool right now. And my feeling is, she's perfect. Her business model is perfect to go towards subscription. You get that, Monty, because you're really into subscription models. And that's kind of what we do. Like, this is the pivot that's going on right now. You've got to see how it will work for your business to move something forward right now. Even if you've got a bit of resistance, it's like, and you're just thinking, oh, I didn't want to do that. It's like, just let it go and shift, because this is how quickly you can pivot. You can turn on a pin, and surprisingly enough, it may be the best idea that you've ever had. And so Diana's going towards subscription. It really works for her. And then because she lives in not a remote part of England, but, you know, she's not in London, lives in the countryside. By going online more and making it an easy access by subscription, she can teach people all over the world, you know, and that's what's possible. We have got a global village right now, which is just incredible. That's the Aquarian age.
I'm curious, Diana. I want to see about how long ago you started your subscription and how many people you have active right now.
So when did the membership start? Probably about maybe the beginning of this year, January, I started the monthly membership. Is that what you mean by subscription?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the monthly membership started in the new year. So that was, 4 months ago. I've got 15 members.
Nice. Beautiful. Yeah. Where are they? Are they all over, or where do you get to teach?
I would say that I would say that people will generally connect with you when they know your work. That's how I feel that it happens. I don't feel you're going to get connections and people subscribing to your stuff unless you get yourself out there and you're seen. So I'd say I know everybody on that membership.
And that's
And
just
they aren't all local, there's some away as well, but they're all people I know.
The ad's going to change that.
yeah. That's the point. I was going to say that Diana's going to do a meditation with us as well. Our
Yes.
time is slightly off, just so you know, Monty, but that's because something's changed and it's okay.
Okay.
It's all okay. We can just be the way we want to be. So do you want to lead us, Diana?
Fantastic. Well, I wanted to offer something that felt relevant to our situation that we're all in as one global family. And while I was considering that as the events were unfolding, it came to me that lungs were highlighted, and the lungs of everybody, their respiratory systems, and not just that, but of Mother Earth as well. You know, we've had forest fires. We've all heard about the destruction of the rainforests, and it just felt like respiratory. So every day at 11 o'clock on my Lunar Rhythms yoga page, I offer a free online free breathing respiratory 3 pranayamas, and I'm going to offer it here. So it's the same thing, and this is what I do every day. Okay, so if you want to continue with this, you can find me on Lunar Rhythms yoga page and join in. And of course, the more that join in, the more powerful it becomes, you know, those powerful intentions of coming together as a global family. So I want to welcome you from the depth of my grounded foundations, from the expanse of my open heart, the clear light, the expanded new light that is here for all of us at this time. And I also want to welcome you from the clarity of my mind and from my soul. And I invite you to close your eyes. And whether you're sitting in a chair or on the ground, on sitting cross legs, however you are, I want you to set your foundations. Foundations are everything. We want a foundation that is connected and deeply rooted, unshakable. So if you close your eyes and bring your inner gaze down to your buttocks, to the parts that contact the floor, to the earth, and take a breath. And I want you to visualize in your mind a grounding cord. So it could be like the roots of a tree, or it could be ruby red color, like the root chakra. And I want you to just plug it in just below your belly button and take it all the way down into the deep, dark roots of Mother Earth, into that vital new energy that we've been plugging into at this time. Plug in here. And as you take a breath in from this deeply rooted space, breathing in all that vital, new, expanded light and energy up through your cord, up through the tailbone, up through your spine, to the top of your head, and all the way back down through your back, through the tailbone, down into those deep roots of earth. And I just want you to do that 3 times, just to ground yourself here, even more deeply, even more connected. Breathing in those new frequencies, that new light, that grace, the expanding light and love. Great. And then we're going to take our hands. So this is just a basic breathing technique here. Hands either side of the belly button. And I want you to connect. I want you to close your eyes still and take your inner gaze. We call this a drishti in yoga, to your belly button. And take 3 deep breaths into your hands. and connect to your center. Connect to your belly. And feel that belly expand with each breath. With each exhalation, feel your unshakable stability and connection to earth. Deep breath, 3 of them. Great, and then we're going to take the hands around the ribs, cup your hands around your rib cage, and take 3 deep breaths and breathe into the sides, back, and front of your chest. Connect to your heart, connect to that space of love, of the expanding love and grace and peace that is here for all of us as one united global family at this time. 3 deep breaths. And all the while feeling your unshakable stability and connection to the earth. Fabulous. And then taking the tips of your fingers up onto your collarbones, and we're going to breathe deep into those angel wings. There's such an angelic vibration around at the moment. We can tap into it. Breathe deep across your collarbones, across your upper chest. Breathe into those angel wings of yourself. Feel them wide and broad and expansive. 3 of those breaths. Good. And then place your hands back into your lap. And you can have the index and thumb with the palms up if you want to receive, or down if you want to feel more grounded. And we're going to do 6 rounds now, 6 rounds of that full breath. We're going to breathe in, belly, chest, collarbones, collarbones, chest, belly. Okay. So close your eyes. Feel your grounding cord going deep into the earth. Feel your spine tall and upright. We want that energy to flow. We want our natural energy to flow with ease. And take a deep breath from your belly. Inhale, belly, chest, collarbones. Natural pause at the top, don't rush it. Exhale the breath all the way down through the chest and into the belly. Still point. And again, breath in. Belly, chest, collarbones. Pause. Follow the journey of the breath all the way back down through the chest and into the belly, and feel the still point. That's 2 rounds, 4 more. Breath in. Feel all the lobes of your lungs. Feel the pause. Exhale all the waste products, all the old energy. Still point. Good, 3 more. Breath in. Strengthening your lungs. Bathing your body with oxygen. Exhale it all the way back out. All the waste products. Cleansing, clearing. Staying connected. Good. Continue. A couple more rounds to do. Meditate on it. Be fully present to it. To your breath, to your body. Soothing the nervous system. Connecting to your balance. Connecting to your soul self, uniting through your breath, through the doorway of breath. Good, and when you've finished, you can just rest, keep your eyes closed, focus between your eyebrows, the center of meditation. Rest in the natural flow of your breath and just observe just for a moment. Nothing to do, just watch. Okay, good. And then our last breath, our last practice is the Bhramari breath. And the Bhramari breath is a humming breath. And it's beautiful sound. Sound is a wonderful healer for the body. Vibration cleanses and clears. And after a Bhramari breath, you're going to have the most radiant, clear space to go into powerful meditation. So if you're feeling very cluttered in your mind, Bhramari is a wonderful doorway in to clearer meditation and connection. So after we've done 6 rounds of Brahmari, we will go into meditation for a short time to finish. And I will lead you with that. So if anyone's not sure, we're humming. So we're going to take a full breath in, so belly, chest, collarbones. And then it's a hum out. All the way out to the end of your breath. Okay, and you're going to take another full breath in, and you're not going to wait for me because we'll have different lengths of breath. And then you're going to hum that breath all the way out to the end of your breath. Okay, so let's try it 3 times with our hands resting on the lap, and then we're going to try 3 times with the thumbs over your ears, eyes, nose, and mouth. Just rest the hands there. We're not blocking the nose. You want to just rest them over, and the thumbs over the ears. And this is so that we're symbolically covering our senses. The senses take us out. And we withdraw the senses in yoga, we call it pratyahara, so that we can ignite the light from within and connect to the soul of who we are. So 3 rounds without and 3 rounds with. Let's take a breath in to begin. Hands, cover ears, nose, mouth, and flaps of the ears 3 more. Good, and then release your hands into your lap. And you can just rest the hands down with your palms up. Keep your eyes closed. Just resting in the natural flow of your breath, focusing between your eyebrows. And as you rest here, feeling your deep connection to your unshakable roots, to Mother Earth, the grounding cords, that new energy. Just come into your own self and feel your lungs, feel your heart. And just love yourself from here. Give thanks to yourself at this time for your own unique way in which you are expressing yourself, holding yourself at this time. Thank you. And I'd like you to just say, I love you, and your name. Just say your name, I love you. I love you. And from this space of deep stability and open heart and connection to your soul self, I'd like you to visualize your loved one, someone that you love, and just visualizing this person, their lungs and their respiratory systems, and their souls happy and healthy and strong and vibrant. And deepest gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And from this place of unshakable stability and pure, graceful, heart open, clear mind, visualizing the members of our communities and their respiratory systems, their health, their well-being, in total balance. Thank you. And from this expanded space, this stable space, we send the gratitude and love and deepest blessing and strength to the NHS, to the doctors, to the nurses, to everyone in service at this time. Healing energy for those that need it. Just see everybody who is in service, the supermarkets, the taxi drivers, everybody you can think of. Visualize them with their respiratory systems healthy and strong, filled with love. And from this space together, here, as one global family, united, may we see everybody on this planet standing with strong, healthy immune systems, respiratory systems, rooted and grounded with clear vision for the well-being of all. And from this space, may we visualize powerfully together Mother Earth and her respiratory system, the underground systems, and the oceans and the rivers in total balance, filled with love and peace. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We bring our hands together, the heart center, and feeling those roots connected to the earth with deepest gratitude for unshakable stability. Feeling our hands at the heart and connected to our wonderful, vibrant hearts, full of grace and compassion. Thank you. And from the clarity of our minds, clear vision. Thank you. Let's finish together with an Om, a deep breath in. Om Shanti, blessed be. Thank you, everyone. Take a deep, whenever you're ready, just deep breath in, deep breath out. May this practice benefit everybody.
Diana, thank you so much. That was beautiful. Sally, should we go ahead and pause the recording and then start again and go with Aishwarya?
Sure. Yes, I'll just do that. So hang tight, Aishwarya. I'll just do a click on and click off. This is so that when you get the videos afterwards, they're all in nice bite-sized pieces, not just one gigantic 7-hour trip. Yeah.
Okay, so everybody start coming back into your body because Aishwarya is coming on the scene in a moment.